Welcome to my tutorial on dividing with decimals. We're going to start right here with this problem, 8 divided into 32.16. The decimal is actually the easy part. Wherever the decimal is here, we're just going to go straight up, and that is exactly where our decimal is going to be in our answer. So that part isn't so difficult to figure out. However, some students still have trouble with division, and so I'm going to work through this entire problem to help those students who still just aren't sure how to do long division. So we start by dividing. 8 doesn't go into 3, so we go to the next number over, and that makes it 8 into 32. So the answer to that would go right up here, and 8 goes into 32 4 times. 4 times 8 is 32, so the next step was to multiply. And then we write that there, and our next step is to subtract. 32 minus 32 is 0. The next step is to bring down. And students do write all of this out just like this. It helps them to remember the steps. Now a lot of students will get stuck here. They realize that 8 does not go into 1. So they'll go ahead and bring this 6 down here, but that will give us an incorrect answer. We do need to go through every step. So 8 goes into 1 0 times, and we do go ahead and just write that 0 right up here. And then back to multiplying. 0 times 8 is 0. And then subtract. 1 minus 0 is 1. Bring down. And then we start over with divide. 8 goes into 16 2 times. We put that up there. 2 times 8 is 16. We put that down here. And then we subtract. And we're left with 0, and there's nothing left to bring down, so we are done. And our final answer is 4.02, or 4 2/100. Our next problem, which presents a little bit more of a challenge, is dividing a decimal into a decimal, or a decimal by a decimal. We don't want to do that. We want our divisor out here to be a whole number. So we've got to figure out a way to get rid of this decimal here, and we do that by moving it to the right and putting it over here. So that would make 23 a whole number. Unfortunately, we can't just move it out of the way when it's inconvenient, but we also have to do something to this number inside here. So we would take the decimal inside here, and we would also move that decimal over one place, and it would go right there. So now we've got 23 into 71.3. And once again, before we forget, we want to take this decimal and we want to move it up here, and this is exactly the spot it's going to go here. And then we can just forget about it and go ahead and divide 23 into 71.3, or 713. So 23 doesn't go into 7, but it does go into 71 3 times. For some reason it's not writing. There we go. 3 times 23 would be 69. Then we subtract. We have 2 left over. And then we bring down. And 23 goes into 23 once. Not sure why that one's not sticking. There we go. 1 times 23 is 23. Then we subtract. (23 minus 23 is 0), and then we are done. Our final answer is 3.1. I hope that made dividing decimals clear for you. Thank you.